afternoon, my MPP peeps. How's everybody doing? We said yesterday there was likely going to be a rally. Tweeted out all the sentiment indicators that show we were very oversold. Everything was lining up for a rally, and that's exactly what we got today. Look at this RSI. See this green line? That has in the past provided bottoms for many rallies. Okay, I mean, we went over this the other day. Look at this one. Look at this one. Okay, so whether or not this rally is going to continue or not remains to be seen, but we got that first initial bounce, and we were able to take profits in the short SPY puts, the short QQQ puts, those short RKT puts, the short FSLY puts. So we were able to capture a lot of premium, bloated premium in those puts by selling it in oversold markets. And now we got that bounce. We're able to cover all those puts and take the profits. So now we look to see if this is a floor, and we're going to break this downtrend line and head up. Once we do break this downtrend line, wherever we break it, that'll trigger a lot of dip buying system names. And as you know, when the dip buying system is really working, it is the best performing system. During this slop right here, it's been hard to make a lot of money in the dip buying system. But once this slop is over, we break downtrend lines, break all-time highs, head to this 3,600. There's going to be a lot of money-making opportunities. That could start today with earnings, and we're going to go over a few of those names that are actually set up really well, depending on how the market reacts to their earnings. So the Qs actually had a really good day today and tested this downtrend line and backed off. What we need is a pierce through the high of day today at 279.49 and a close above. The 10 SMA right now is at 282. Tomorrow that'll likely move down a little lower. And if we can close above that tomorrow, it could be a really nice, at least Monday before the election. It's, especially if we get all these earnings out of the way and the market is pleased with the earnings, we could have a nice Monday morning rally. So we'll have to see how the market reacts to these earnings. Already the Qs look like they're heading up. So earnings must be coming in pretty good. So tomorrow could be a good day, and into Monday. We'll just have to wait and see. The Dow, let's go over the DIA. So we said this morning we were looking at the UDOW to play. If it tagged this 200 SMA, it pretty much did, got down to 262.81, 200 SMAs at 262.30. I went ahead and jumped in this UDOW right pretty much at the lows today, and it bounced. Sold half of this UDOW and put a 5% trailing stop on it. I'll show you the UDOW right here. This is the three times Dow Industrial. So if the Dow moves up 1%, this one moves up 3%. So I'm in this one pretty much at the lows of today, and if it continues to move up, we'll remain in the name. But we're in a 5% stop loss, so at any point that's triggered, we'll be out of the rest of those shares. But we're already in a winning trade. We're just going to see if we can get more. So the UDOW worked out. Now let's go over the elephant in the room that did not. This OSTK, I've been watching it for a while. I really liked this bottoming pattern it was showing. Earnings destroyed. I mean, they were set for a -2 EPS, and it came in at a 50 cent, and it exploded in the pre-market and opened way up here. So I thought this thing was good to go to 100, and then we pulled back down here to about this the test of this downtrend line, and I thought, hey, I'm gonna be super smart here and buy right at this downtrend line because we're probably going to find support there and head back up. And this is the ugliest candle I've seen in a long time. And look at this volume, low of day close, and through. I mean, this is just a ugly bearish engulfing candle that engulfed almost 2 weeks of price. So, that was a mistake by me. I always usually wait until the first 10-minute candle high is put in, and then that 10-minute candle high is taken out and I buy. But today I try to be smarter than the market. I tried to say, oh no, you know what? I'm going to go against my rules because I know the market's going to like this price here at 76, 77, and then we're going to head higher. Nope. The market said, I don't care what you think, Russ. We're taking your money and we're heading down this way. And that was my fault. And I apologize for that error. If any of you were hurt by this trade, sorry that I normally wait for the first 10-minute candle high to be triggered before getting long. So this one's on me, guys, and very much apologize. So moving on, definitely lesson learned. Let's look at some names that could pay. Wow, look at this Google, guys. Sweet, up 9%. Okay, so this is good. Tomorrow, we are going to look at this one to go long. It's acting very well with after earnings. And next stop is this 1925. So we still have plenty of room to make money for our target. We're going to have to buy a little higher. That's fine. I wanted to wait till after earnings. But if we can break the first 10-minute candle tomorrow, I will wait for that first 10-minute candle to be broken. Then we'll go long for this 1925. But yeah, this one looks good. And I haven't seen their earnings yet, but they must have been outstanding. So this one has been building a base for a while too. I mean, this is a pretty long base here above the 200 SMA. And this one is just ready to explode if it can continue higher tomorrow. Another one set up the same way is this Amazon. Apparently market didn't like earnings here. But we'll see how we open tomorrow. If we can get back above this high right here of 32.91, I think this one is a long to go for 39.50, 4,000. So we'll see how it opens tomorrow. I saw the numbers and it looked like a big beat to me. So I'm not sure what the market is seeing, but we follow price. Even if there's a beat, just like Overstock, OSTK. Sometimes the stock beats, kills earnings, but for whatever reason, the market sells it. So you can't react to news. You got to react to price. So we'll see what this price does tomorrow. Facebook set up very well, but actually down in the after hours. If this thing gets back above 285.24, this high right here, I think this one is a go for 340. So we'll see how, we're down 1.37% now, but we'll see how we do tomorrow and see if we can get over that 285. And then Apple. Apple hasn't reported yet. They always report 30 minutes after close. This one definitely set up to rock if it wants to. And if the bottom is in here, I'm looking for 158, 160. And we just need to get over this 124 to 125 sticky point. We get over that, I think we could head to this 160, and the risk reward from 160 to our stop, which is the 10 SMA. It's a healthy reward to a little risk. So like this Apple play too, depending on earnings and how price reacts tomorrow. Tesla. I tweeted this name out. This one's still setting up. It's starting to lose its uptrend line a little bit, but if it can get back above this 10 SMA, it could run. So I'm looking for a move back above the 10 SMA, which is currently 422. If we can get back above that, I like taking this name for a long, for a potential run to 600. And then Netflix had some good news today. They're raising prices. Well, not good news for us who love Netflix and watch it all the time, but good news for shareholders. And just look at this consolidation. I mean, this has frustrated both bulls and bears. If this can finally break out to the upside, it could explode. And I would be looking for, I would be looking for 647. If we can get back above today's high, which is 513.90. So back above that 514 area, I think this daddy could go. If the Qs are rocking tomorrow and, the market is loving all these earnings and they think it's time to take this market higher, you better believe this Netflix is going to go higher as well. And this volume looks good too. So those are the names we'll be watching tomorrow. And we'll see if tomorrow we can get a nice rally. Let's look at the Qs one more time, how they're doing. Oh, the Qs are down now. There you go. That's this market. It's up and it's down. So, we'll just have to see where we open tomorrow. And if this rally can continue today, or it was this rally just a relief rally to work off some of that overbought, overly bearish sentiment before they try to take us down to this 200 SMA. We'll just have to wait and see. So that's really all I have today, guys. Oh, you know what? Someone asked me about this pins. And I'm going to tell you guys the mistake I made on this pins. So I had the short, I put a collar hedge on pins. I had the short 50 calls, the November 50 calls, and I think I actually sold those about here. And I bought the long 35 calls for November in case earnings were bad. What I should have done after this bull flag was setting up and it looked like, earnings could actually go higher, I should have just closed these short calls, taken a loss on the short calls so that I wasn't capped, and held the long puts in case pins took a big dump after earnings, and tried to capitalize, make money on those long puts. But instead, I held the short calls, and this thing exploded higher. And I sold my pins around 63, hoping that this thing could put in some sort of top and reverse. Unfortunately, this thing kept running past 64, 65, and 65 was my stop on those short puts. It got all the way up to 68, and I had to close. I had to close those short puts for a loss. Those short calls for a loss. So that was unfortunate. I did make around $10,000 on the trade on the long common, but would have made about 6,000 more had I just covered these short calls and held on to the long puts. Another lesson learned today. So, hey, every day I learn, I still learn in this game, and it's what helps me become a better trader. And as I learn new things, I'm going to make sure you guys know those new things too, so that we all become better traders together. Because days like today, when the market is bright green and I'm blood red, or not blood red, but I was down, I think $100, but still it feels like blood red when the market's that green and you're red. So, those are days where you can look back, reflect, and learn from the things you did wrong, so that next time the market is bright green, you're even brighter green. All right, guys, that's all I have today. Let's look at the Bitcoin before we go. Still holding that 10 SMA, 13,500. This is great. You know, if this is like a bull flag here, if we put another bull flag on top of this bull flag, even more bullish, especially if we can extend this for another 3 or 4 or 5 sessions, hold this 10 SMA and then break higher. There'll be some rocket fuel, I think, in the next move up. But if this 10 SMA breaks at any time, I'm going to start taking profits in my GBTC in case we get some sort of short-term pullback. All right, guys, any questions? Anything you want me to go over? Any thoughts? Great. Okay, well, let's see how we open tomorrow. I'm very, very curious how the market responds to all these earnings. I mean, today's earnings, I mean, I've never seen this many big names in one day. So it'll be a lot for the market to digest tomorrow, but I'm hoping that they decide these are great reports and it's time to rally this market, at least heading into the election. But if not, we'll just wait. We'll wait for price to set up. We'll wait for price to find a bottom. And then we'll start going in when we break down trend lines. It's that simple. We just keep following the rules and we trade what the market gives us. All right, guys, let's chat tomorrow morning. I'll be up bright and early. Can't wait. Until then, don't trade for thrills. Just consistently make those dollar bills. See you guys.